We are live. Here we are. Cool. Gonna make sure everything is up. Let's double check it if it is. Am I? That's a big delay. I don't know why it's delayed that much, to be honest. Yeah, we're live, but it seems to be delayed. Yeah, weird. Weird. Yo, Revs. Verdant, is that how you say it? Welcome to the stream. Nemanja, hey. James, I'm good, thanks. How are you? James, it's weird that you said that. Hi Dylan, welcome to the stream. It's weird that you said that because look at this screen here. Well, not this screen. I've been looking at Honest, to be honest, for the invest account. Like, yeah, there's parts of me where I'm like, but to be honest with you, it does look undervalued. Nemanja, I think Honest could be a new company because you can't class what. I mean, I haven't got a position really in this at all, have I? It's more of like a watch list. Yeah, I'm not really paying too much attention about the whole gotta buy UK stocks in your ISA or whatever until it actually happens. So we'll have to see. Do you hold any, James, at the moment? And how many shares, if so? Because, like, this is another big thing as well. If you have a look at this, they've beaten on their earnings. Like, you can kind of trust the management. I thought futures was at 10 o'clock, so I've obviously got that wrong. Because of the time difference, I thought it would be 10 this time, but maybe I'm wrong, so maybe, I don't know. 500 shares, not bad. I think earnings is on the 5th. So it's coming up. But this is something I really like, and it's interesting here because they did beat on their EPS massively, and it ran up to $9 in 2024. But I want to ask ChatGPT, when did the founder step down from CEO? Honest. Just having a look quick, sorry. So in April 9th, 2024. Interesting. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Everyone that's joined in new. I mean, do we think it's priced in, or like the fact that we know rate cuts are pretty much the probability of another rate cut happening on Wednesday is very high. Do we think people in the stock market kind of know that and see that as like, well, do you know what I mean? We know the rate cuts are coming in, so people are kind of pricing it into the stock market, or maybe they haven't. It's very hard to say, but obviously rate cuts for a lot of low caps are good because obviously people can borrow money cheaper. It encourages people to spend and take out more loans. And I mean, it's great for SoFi as well. Like SoFi is going into a really good environment in that sense. So yeah, and to be fair, we got SoFi Tuesday morning earnings, and then the next day rate cuts. It's just mad. I said in my YouTube video, I'm hoping SoFi can hit 1 million members. I mean, that's mental if they did in that quarter. That's me being very optimistic. That's me like hoping for it. I'm not. It's very doubtful that they will. So you think rate cuts 80% priced in? Fair enough. ASST. How long will I document my journey for? Don't know. Good question. I don't know. Hopefully as long as possible, but it's hard to say. Very small market cap. Provides social media marketing and content delivery services across Discord, TikTok. It doesn't sound like an exciting company, in my opinion. From straight off the bat, kind of just looking, but that's me just barely looking. How long till I get to 1 mil? Oh, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, exactly. Adam, I do like my cars. I do like my cars. Yeah, let's have a look at this. I want to carry on looking at this. Sorry if it's a bit boring, this stream. I'm kind of just looking at kind of stocks that I might want to buy in the invest account. Because they're trading cheap, in my opinion. The price to sales is very cheap. Nibius, oh, I don't know. I don't like chasing hype. Even though Nibius is justified to an extent with it, but I just think, a lot of things are just a bit inflated. I've got a M235i. Nvidia, I prefer getting into AMD, to be honest, and I don't think you need Nvidia and AMD. You just, in my opinion, I think just having one's enough. And I chose AMD, so It sounds like it could be just for the cash ISA, not the stocks and shares ISA. It sounds like it's the cash ISA that's getting cut. Matt, to be fair, my mate said that about the portfolio. They're like, do you realise if you sold this, you could get this and that? And it's like, it is mad when you think about it, when you actually see it. And it's like when, like, I don't know, when you spend something in cash, that rather than on your card, it feels a bit different. You're like, I don't want to spend the money because you actually see the cash. And you're like, but then it's on card. It seems not so bad. It's quite a weird thing, but yeah. I mean, when I see the portfolio, sometimes I'm like, yeah, this is crazy, and the fact that this is tax free as well is just mad. But it's just the beginning, long term anyway. I'm looking for something that's got high growth. I like something that's turning profitable. Honest is turning profitable. So analysts have got them to not make any money on this quarter, -1 cent. So, I mean, if they can beat that by breaking even, or if not making a little bit, I think the stock could have a really positive reaction, to be honest. And that's kind of why I'm thinking about getting into Honest before the earnings. I don't know how big of a position I'll make it. It's the 5th. 200k tomorrow, that'd be great if it did. Trade desk had a downfall, really. Oh, did it? To be fair, I've not really looked into that stock. I hear it a lot. Yeah, I don't know what the forward PE is for Nvidia at the moment. I can have a look in a minute. I just really want to look at this. This is the problem, Shrew. You're trying to keep up with the chat and want to see the chat, but you're also like, you want to look at things, but it's really hard. But yeah, the price to sales for this is really cheap. It is. It really is. And I know it's because they need to be like a profitable company and show that they can keep being a profitable company. Like some quarters, it looks like they've been. So yeah, but I did even some calculations just from what analysts are predicting, and it looks promising. It does. It really, really does. Oh, I didn't want that. Come on. What's happening? Honest company stock declined 7.8% past underboard, and the S&P 500 gain. The company is set to report its third quarter during some investor optimism despite ongoing competitive pressures. Economic concerns that have affected consumer spending patterns and supply chain disruptions impacting many companies within the consumer stable sector. No, I haven't spoke about Grab on this stream actually. I think Grab is going to have a good 2026. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to Grab because they are now becoming a profitable company. They just need a full year profit. They just need to have a full year of being profitable. So because this is another thing, like when people give guidance, when they give guidance in the calls, you can actually go off and trust probably what they're going to say, because I mean they've been smashing the last few earnings. Do you know what I mean? Timing of shipments and expected low double-digit consumer decline. The diaper business. Revenue 93 million, up 0.4% year over year. So the revenue growth isn't great, but I've seen in the income statement, I did see that they've not been really putting money into marketing in the last year. They've actually reduced their spending in marketing. This is physical AI. Link in the description if you want 15% off. Gross margin 40.4%, up 210 basis points year. Net income 4 million, an increase of 8 million year over year, making the second consecutive quarter positive net income. I'm telling you now, people are going to obviously want a full year's profitable. They want to see this company be profitable for a full year, so that will help the stock as well. But can they get there? That's the question. Is the futures out, by the way? Futures out now? Can anyone give me an update if they are? Because I thought they would be out now, because it's looking green. It's looking very green. Have I got the futures? There must be a better site for this. This is stupid. I never look at the futures and I'm like, what is, let's just see, 0.77%. I don't know. Oh, thank you so much, DJ Mac, for the £2. I've never ever received a donation ever in my life. So I really do appreciate that. That's oh no, not honestly, I really appreciate that. I appreciate you sticking by and watching a lot of the streams. Like, no, I really do appreciate that. I wish I could put it on the screen, but oh, at least it's on the screen, like here. There you go. No, honestly, I really appreciate that. Okay. Are the futures out or not? I'm so confused. Or is it actually 11 p.m? Because I thought it would be 10 p.m. because of the clocks going back. But regardless, it is what it is. Oh well. Fear and greed index 33. Because to be honest with you, futures, it's like you're gonna get a situation where, oh no, it is. Futures are out. I was right. They're green. They're green. I saw that for a minute. I was like, oh, but it's the VIX. Yeah, they're green. So we could have a £200,000 portfolio tomorrow, and yeah, I might stream tomorrow. Might stream, I don't know. Um, I've heard a lot about Rocket Lab. I've heard actually decent things about Rocket Lab, but obviously it's a bit of a speculative one because obviously I don't think they're making money, are they? But the concept, from what I've heard, is good. I might be wrong here, so yeah, they're losing money. I thought they were, but look at the revenues; it's quite good. But you'd have to dive really deep into a company like Rocket Lab. You wouldn't be able to just go over it in 5 minutes and see. What's the recent news, Adam? Yeah, I could get into. I mean, I am in Meta. I've got 2 shares of Meta in the invest account. Um, yeah, I mean, obviously you're not going to get crazy gains with Meta, but you're going to get nice, solid, strong gains, and it's safer. Um, I just like to have a bit of a growth stock, to be honest with you. I think that's probably what my YouTube channel's known for as well, being in these type of growth stocks. But I was having okay. If you just go off the estimates, yeah, of um, Honest, and you went off the 11 cents that they are saying in. No way, that can't be right. Fair. I mean, because they were losing in 2024, but 2025, analysts think 11 cents. So if they were doing 11 cents, and I've got it at 10 cents, 10 cents in 2026 at a P of 50 and 60, because I'm pretty sure Honest Honest is at a 62, as you can see here down at the screen. There are 62. So I put 50, 60 PE. And if they're 11 cents, that puts it at $5.50 to $6.60 stock. I mean, can they do it? That's the question. And I mean, I like the fact that they're beating earnings a lot. So they're beating expectations from analysts, which is a good sign. That's something I look for and like to see in a company. It's in a horrible state in the sense of a lot of people are not wanting to buy or invest in this company right now. That's another thing I like to do because, I mean, no one wanted to buy SoFi down here. No one wanted to. No one wanted to buy Palantir down here. No one wanted it. No one wanted to buy AMD down here. No one wanted it. So it's an interesting one, but obviously it's not like a tech company. It's different, and it's so I wouldn't, obviously it wouldn't be a big position. Like I've got £400 in the invest account, something like that, a bit less. I'll chuck that into it. Maybe. Hey there, sorry, but you missed my chat above. Can you please give some insight about that if possible? Oh, sorry, it's really hard to. Um, Suggest to me how I should. Um, I can't give financial advice, but like you're at 50,000, which is incredible. Like, that's a lot of money. I would, firstly, I would look at it as, why are you even thinking that in your, like, why are you asking that question of like, should I carry on or should I not, kind of thing. Like, investing should be a thing where it's just such a long-term mindset, like, in a way where you're willing to be in it for 5 years. You could maybe, obviously, you can get in the stock market and being a lot shorter if you kind of know a bit more, know what you're doing. But even then, you can't always predict things because a stock market crash could come tomorrow or whatever, and it could go on for a whole year like it did in 2021, 2022, and then you're pretty screwed, to be honest. And like, for instance, being solid companies for a start, or being companies that you've got high conviction in, because you don't want a situation like this where you got in at 2021 and you got in at the highs, but then you're just riding it down for a whole year and it was just red. But then if you were buying throughout that, you would have been good. And then if you just wasn't reactional, look where you would be. Even if you bought there, look where you would be. But I know we've been on a crazy bull run, but it's the same old thing. You can't time the market. You can't, like, obviously don't just buy the dip, because you might be in a stock or in stocks where it's like everyone's telling you to buy the dip, but you got to realize, are you actually paying a massive premium or not? And Neo, at the time, people were paying massive premiums up here, and then they just said, oh, I'm going to buy the dip, and then they bought the dip, and the dip just kept dipping, as the meme says, and you'd be stuck. You would be absolutely, you would be in a horrible situation, because the capital cost there is just insane. Like, you could have been in other things, and that's just because it was trading that stupid valuations. And that's what I've learned coming out of 2021, is valuations do matter. Eventually you'll have companies that are trading at stupid valuations, but it will catch up. You do have like the odd companies where they trade at crazy valuations, like Tesla, but they stay there because people are just constantly pricing in the fact of the different companies Tesla has to offer in the massive TAM that they all have and hold. So you do have kind of them situations. But going back to what you were saying, you got 50,000, and should you keep going to 100? The money that you have, you should be thinking, this is a long term play. You shouldn't be using the stock market to kind of trade for a nice car or something. That comes really long down. That comes later down in life with your portfolio. I mean, if you're happy with the money you've got now, then yeah, we'll take it. But I'm sure you'll get back in the stock market one day. I don't have hedges, no. It is what it is. Like, I've done the maths with the companies that I've got and where AMD could be going in a few years with the revenues that I pretty confident they will hit. Same with SoFi, same with all the other companies. I'm then feel comfortable being in these, and being in these even if they drop dramatically, to buy more, because I know that they're not going to be down massive amounts or for that long of a time, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, but I feel 85% confident that by 2030 a lot of these positions will be way higher than they are now, by the assumptions that I've gone off on my calculations. I mean, Fubo's a really small company compared to the big giants. So they've got potential of growing and taking maybe the tiniest bits of market share. And even if they get the tiniest bit of market share, they'll be a lot bigger company than they are now. And they focus heavily on the sports side of things. Fubo is also one of those companies where they're turning profitable, which I like, and a lot of stocks end up trading at obviously a better price when a company's profitable, and a lot of people don't want to buy a company that's not profitable, but they are showing signs of becoming profitable. So that's a reason. And to be honest with you as well, the Hulu thing's now come about, and that looks like it's going to happen, the merger. And now that flips it completely and changes the game, because if they do go with Hulu, the management team have given their financials of what will happen if they do. And if that does happen, Fubo looks like a very good price for me. But obviously it's not guaranteed. We don't know if it's definitely going to happen. But if it does happen, I think, yeah, the stock price will be higher. Quite a bit as well. But obviously it is more of a riskier thing. Hence why it's that I've got that amount in my portfolio compared to the others. Do you know what I think investing is as well? It's obviously you need to learn about why something is probably overvalued or why something undervalued, but I think a lot of what investing is and how a lot of the people that come out on top, it's just emotions, pure emotions, and having that long-term mindset, whereas a lot of people don't. People become very reactional and struggle to be in that long-term mindset. And yeah, I think that's something that a lot of people hopefully can realise and take away over time with that. But yeah, no, we've got some really good news as well, by the way. I didn't even say, but what's people's thoughts on this? Like, it looks like they've obviously extended the what's it called, the rare earth minerals for another year, so they're not going to put tariffs on that. China aren't, so they're willing to extend that for another 12 months. But does that mean we could be looking at a good deal coming our way in the next few days? Futures are very green. Oh, and also, I didn't even see this, sorry. Trump's 100% tariff threat is off the table now and sees a good deal with China coming soon. So that's obviously why the futures are what they are. So we could have a very good week. It's looking set up for a good week, and the first time the ISA portfolio being over 200,000, which is mad. Mad, actually. Like, even now, I'm just like, what? But yeah, no, I just want to say as well, DJ Mac, if you're still watching this, again, thank you so much for the donation earlier. Honestly, I really appreciate that. First one as well. It's quite cool. Yeah, I think SoFi is a great stock. Hence why I'm still in it, and hence why it's one of my biggest positions. Yeah, SoFi is looking great. So if we have a look at the financials, look at the revenue. We'll do the revenue. We'll do it after. Look at the revenue growth. It's just incredible. And then if we can get like the tech segment going, that will be good. The lending revenue is insane as well. That's really good. The lending segment is growing. It's just that's struggling, the tech platform, which is meant to pick up in 2026, apparently. Yeah, whispered notes. That's the thing. Like, I don't think Palantir will go to 30 PE. Especially, well, it just won't. Like, obviously, it will if their earnings said they were not even growing 40% anymore revenue, and they were doing, let's say, 5% revenue year on year. That's when it would be going to 30 PE. Um, but that's not the case. It's a massive high margin company business, and they're growing like 40% revenue year on year. And the other thing is as well with Palantir is the huge TAM that it's got. You could also say there's no company out there like it. There's no one that can compete with Palantir. And that's why it's got its crazy valuation at the moment, because people are pricing that in and factoring that in. But yeah, don't get me wrong, it is massively overvalued, and I agree. But I just don't want to sell it because I know I know that it could go down to like $100, and even then it will still be a high PE. But the PE will soon get cut up, and when what I mean cut up is like it will shrink and shrink because how quick they are growing of a company. But also, I've taken my initial investment out of Palantir, so it's kind of a free ride at the moment. And I think they will become I'm very confident they'll become $1 trillion company. Probably more so in the next. It's hard with the rate that they're growing, but 5 years, 5 to 8 years. Your content is so genuine and real. Thank you, Ben, for sharing in your process and portfolio. A lot of us will forever be thankful to you. Oh, honestly, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. I try and make it as relatable and as much as I can. And also going back to the Palantir thing, I could be so wrong, by the way, guys. Really, really, really incredibly wrong of like holding, and could be a massive mistake. And that's kind of something I kind of want to go through because, I think it's such a special company, and a lot of people realise that it's a special company. I mean, even if you go on analysts' expectations, they've got high like share price for their price prediction. Does it show on here price targets? Obviously, you're going to get some that are like really low, but the consensus is 150. Like, even they're pricing it as a ridiculously high P because they believe it should. Okay, sorry. I saw past videos you made that your granddad bought shares of Rolls Royce at the point. Is he still holding? No, my granddad is not holding Rolls Royce anymore. I think he bought it in at the bottom and sold at £4 a share. I know they're probably, I think last time I checked, they were like £11 a share. So he could have made a lot more, but it is what it is. He made a lot of gains anyway from it. So, but he hasn't gone back into the stock market. So it'd be interesting to see if he's wanting to buy anything else. It'd be quite cool actually doing a video of him having his portfolio and then we talk about it. I think Grab's in a very good position. I know it's not been moving much, but it goes back to earlier on in the stream where SoFi wasn't doing anything, Palantir wasn't doing anything, AMD wasn't doing anything. People were just too impatient. And if you look at the EPS, analysts are thinking 11 cents, 16 cents in EPS. And obviously at the moment, 2024, that's the last full year we've got of data. They're losing money. So they're about to go into that profitability stage. So exciting times for Grab. Their financials are great as well. Look at that. That's huge. That's very huge, to be fair. Someone did a comparison with Uber and how it's very similar. How they, because Uber is now starting to obviously make money, whereas before they were losing a lot. But it's just the type of business they're in. But like they've got so many different segments. Like they've got financial services, Grab now. They're like, because of the super app, and that's growing. Like the financial services is growing well as well. Um, Obviously you got the mobility revenue and you got deliveries, and they're all looking strong. I don't really see. Let me get it up. God damn it. That one. It is. I mean, if they can carry this on, and it's good because the CEO is a founder as well, which is always nice to know. They got so much cash. I don't know what they're going to do with that. They surely are going to do something with it and invest in it. But yeah, that's I think something we're hoping that will get covered in the earnings call. Because I saw another thing as well is like they predict that the Asian market's going to be. Let me see if I've got it for you guys. Yeah, Southeast Asia's digital economy expected to grow to $1 trillion by 2030. So obviously a lot of that will be getting filtered into Grab, and that's something you've got to take into account as well. You got to think as well, like a lot of English and a lot of people from the UK are traveling to like places like Asia. And then obviously spending money on that, on deliveries, food deliveries, Ubers, well not Ubers, Grabs, and that's what I did. So people's money's going into that. Yeah, I'm really bullish with SoFi. I think SoFi is going to have an exciting earnings, and then obviously rate cuts the next day as well. So it's going to be an exciting week, to be honest. Very exciting week. I don't really want to be getting into any more companies than that I'm in now, even though I'm thinking about getting into more companies for the invest account, but it's just something I'm going to have to deal with. And why I don't like it is because I like to have bigger stacks of money in a concentrated amount in a stock, but obviously I can't do that because I've maxed out my ISA now. So that's I can't do that. In the invest account, I might as well just get into a different stock, or I could get into the same stock, but I don't know. And also the other thing is that it's just hard to keep up with all the news. Hard to say. If Grab can go down a bit, I'll be buying some more Grab for sure. It'd be good to have 2,000 shares, but I mean, I've only got £3,000 left to last me till April. I might buy some in the invest account, I don't know. But yeah, no, Honest is something I've been looking at, and I still need to do more digging in to see if I do want to buy that in the invest account. But yeah, how many likes have we got? We've got 11 likes. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed the stream. It helps out the channel a lot. What I'm going to do is I am going to end off the stream because, I mean, it's 10:30. I didn't realise the time. But I might stream tomorrow. I might stream. Depends. We'll see. Definitely sometime in the week I'll be streaming, so don't worry about that. So stay tuned for the live streams. But yeah, give the video a like, subscribe if you are new, and I appreciate every single one of you watching on your Sunday evening to watch this stream. So yeah, I appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you in the next stream. And hopefully we can all have a good week, have a proper green week in the stocks, and we'll see if this number hits 200,000. But yeah, anyway, I'll see